Welcome everyone to Mangia with Mariella. Thank you for joining us. I think almost 200 people registered for today's event, so we're gonna have a great time. Thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to sharing this special program with you all. Let's get started with a few introductions to start. Firstly, we are the Mortel High Hopes for Haiti Foundation. We've been serving and educating and feeding the poor in Haiti since 2001. And if I could have today's team on Zoom, if they could turn their videos back on so we can see their faces for a minute. So we have me, my name is Rachel Bowles. I'm the Director of Operations for the foundation. And we have our founder and his wife, our founder, Dr. Mortel, and his wife, Cecile, are with us today. Our head chef, Mariella, and her two restaurant chefs will be joining us as well. And Sean and Eric are their names. We also have Denise Mortel Mitchell. She does a lot of different things for the foundation, and today you'll hear from her a little later about our sponsorship program specifically. And then in the background, we've also got Martha, Cindy, and Laura helping out. So you'll probably see them in the chat a lot and answering a lot of the questions on the Q&A. So that's our team for today's Zoom. So next up, we have just a few housekeeping items to cover. You should have received the recipes for today's meal in your email. If not, we're also going to be putting them in the chat today. So you'll see them in the chat. And then if that doesn't work, let us know and we'll get them to you. We will be recording today's event. We are recording now. So you'll be able to rewatch anything you missed, or if you forget how to do something, or if you want to share it with your friends, all of those things will be available to you because we're going to record the event. Feel free to chat with us. Like I mentioned on the bottom, you'll see the chat and Q&A features on the bottom of your screen. So you'll be able to communicate and let us know what you think, ask any questions you have throughout all of today's event. And then one exciting thing to announce, everyone who registered today was entered into a raffle for a $25 Amazon gift card. The raffle winner for the registration raffle was Sherelle Toombs. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But congratulations, look in your email this week and we'll get your winnings to you. I picked a random number and you were the winner, so good job. We will have another raffle at the end of this event for a really nice McCormick spice rack. That will require you to answer a few questions on like a pop quiz. That'll pop up on your screen after our dessert course. So stay tuned for that to try to win another one of our raffles. So you're really in for a treat today with Mariella. She'll be sharing a pasta dish, 2 entrees, 2 dessert options. And then on top of that, you've also received 2 recipes for 2 different appetizers. We won't cover the appetizers live today, but I'm sure you'll enjoy them when you make them at home because we certainly did. So now let's get started with Mariella.
Today, you are in for a treat like never before. I am here with Mariella Amaro, the owner of Mangia, one of the best Italian restaurants in the area. Mariella is also a long-standing supporter of High Hopes for Haiti. And today she's going to teach us how to prepare a bona fide Italian meal. She's going to tell us how to do it, and hopefully we will be able to do it in the future. Now, without further ado, there is Mariella Amaro.
Thank you, Dr. Mortel. I appreciate it. Yes, it's me. It's Mariella. First, I want to start with saying, I'm very grateful and honored that Dr. Mortel and Cecile gave me this opportunity to help the Haiti kids there, and I'm very proud of that. And actually, I have a picture. I've been sponsored this beautiful little girl for 2 years. Just not much actually. Make sure that she can go to school, and she gets a lunch or dinner every day. It doesn't take much actually, and it makes all my hard work worth it, because I know somewhere I'm helping somebody to move on and being educated and having a food and meal every day. So I'm very proud. And on top of everything, it's like I love it, what I've been doing for Haiti, and again, I appreciate the opportunity. But then it's always like my thing. It's like I love to cook, of course. Being an Italian, it's like like we love to always greet friends and family and have a meal every time that we have somebody there. Like starting with the and little appetizer, like which will be anything, like an antipasto with prosciutto, grana padano, some crackers, whatever you have on. Just you kind of like start to mingle like that. And of course, you always opt for some good wine. And here's a seal.
Thank you.
Mortel for you. And one for me, of course. Don't forget, I love to have a glass of wine while I'm cooking. And for today's menu, I suggest like a Santa Margherita. It's a white wine, very pleasant to your palate, a little crispy, and it goes very well with appetizer, fish, seafood, if you like to, have it for the main course too. But it's always nice to have it as an appetizer with your meal. And of course, then, sorry for me by reaching, and a Pinot Noir for the main course. It's a California wine. It's very nice too and pleasant. Our menu today, it's I wanted to create something really unique, like to have 2 different appetizers, 2 different pasta sauce, and 2 different main course. Just because I want to make sure that I can please everybody. Like if you don't like one thing, you can always have option number 2. And not for nothing, I cannot do this without my Mangia chef, which are Eric Mendez and Untitled. They are been with me for 10 years, and I really, really appreciate the help, support, and not even that my chefs, they're my friends. I feel like they are part of my family, and they are amazing. Like I always say, like, oh, this is the menu, this is what I like to do. Of course, they are the perfectionista, they do the perfect touch to my recipe. So thank you to them too. So as a team today, we're gonna have fun, and I hope you have fun too with us, please.
So now let's get into some of the real cooking here with our Sicilian Ragu. Enjoy.
Okay, now we're going for pasta with the Sicilian Ragu. First, it's like, of course, you want to get the ingredients together like we already, I'm sure you have the recipe already on this. And let me tell you something before we start with the Sicilian Ragu. Everybody, like flavors different. Like some family likes pork, some family doesn't like pork or veal. My mom always told me like to use all these ingredients, which I love it. And so I'm gonna show you the way to do my Sicilian Ragu. Again, you can combine any, like maybe just meat or pork and lamb or whatever you want. But this is ours. I use veal chop, which gives you bones and a nice tender veal. You see at the grocery store, of course, it's like that, the beef stew, ready cut, but I like to use Angus steak, which gives you beautiful tender meat, and of course 90% lean ground beef, and I buy sausage, Italian sausage. And one thing that I love to use on my ragu, it's to mix like spicy sausage and a mild Italian sausage, which gives a nice flavor combination. If you don't like the spicy sausage, you don't have to use it. Just go for mild sausage.
So
That's
the recipe that you've given us uses all 4 meats?
Yes. We do use our full meat, but again, it's an optional. You can make an amazing ragu using like whatever your favorite, you like lamb more, like use a lamb, it's okay. But it's not like we call it ragu, but it's a multi recipe about ragu. You can make it so many different ways. And again, in Italy, if you ever been to Italy, it's like every region has a different ragu. The name is ragu, but then there's so many different options like to make this. The basic to make ragu, of course, are vegetables too. And you need carrots, celery, onions, and garlic, of course. You don't like garlic, like I said before, just get the flavor in there and olive oil and just toss it out. But you want to dice everything small, which will be ready dead for you, so we can move faster. And as you see, it's just like, beautiful colors, combination of like dicing all our vegetables. And Chef Eric is gonna start that to olive oil, just like I would say about 2 tablespoons olive oil. And before you put your vegetables, let's sear the garlic, a little bit garlic. Eddie. Yes, should we do?
Yeah.
We can. All right, let me tell you something. If you don't want to peel the garlic, it's fine, just to get the flavor in there. Sometimes I love, my mom always say like, that skin is good for you, don't worry about it. You will put it off later then anyway. But see, we smash it down, you can smash it down just to get the flavor out. And look, see, it will kind of like flavor the olive oil. But then again, just remove it more. And you want to remove it really fast, the garlic. See how quick it can burn?
Smells delicious.
Yes, no, garlic. And you can just remove it quick. And over here. And one good trick to make ragu, you want to dice your pancetta, like we call pancetta, it's called bacon. And again, buy the best bacon. It's like it gives you nice flavor of the fat and the meat in there. So you want to add the bacon. The bacon, and you want to add your greens, like all your vegetables and carrots, onions, everything in there. Beautiful. And as you see, beautiful colors. You want, for making ragu, you want to take your time because that needs a little bit, I would say about 3-4 minutes to get like the, kind of like soften it up with the celery, the onions, and the carrots. And the bacon, what it does, it will like, kind of like give it a little bit more of the fat part, like the natural fat. And that will flavor the little vegetables too at the same time. So, I will say like just, about 7 minutes. 7 minutes just like to get everything flavorous. In the meantime, like Chef Eric is doing, like the trick is like to make a little room in the middle or on the side. Always use a bigger pot. So we want the center pot to be hot so we can start to sear our bones, our veal, okay? On each side, you want to just put a little bit of sea salt. Black pepper. Cecile, can you smell?
Oh, it smells
Isn't it?
aroma.
So you want to sear, like take your time. Ragu requires hours and you're gonna love and make sure that everything gets seared nice and gold, obviously.
Why do you remove the garlic?
Giving the garlic recipe, it will like first of all, it will overcoat in there, like the burn. So you want to just get the olive oil, the flavor of the garlic. You remove it, but you watch. Yeah, we might remove it now, but later on, when all the ingredients are together, we need to put it back.
Oh, you put it back?
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good.
So some items that need to be removed and let them combine together again before the final finish. All right, so you want to just add a little bit there. Sear that a little bit more. And then I see that done, but we cut a steak, okay, which is a beautiful colors right there, like between like the lines and the fat. That, not often sausage, some people that put the whole thing in there, but I like to make it easy when our family and friends eat the pasta like that. So I like always to cut the sausage like in a square, like about say inch and a half, ready to cook. And of course, I ground beef stays the same because it's gonna brown it. And don't forget to get your tomato sauce ready. You don't wanna, do all the thing like buy pickles, whatever sauce they have at the store. You can always come to Mangia. We have the best sauce, tomato sauce there. And yes, please. Okay, now Chef Eric is putting that.
You can Spain.
Yeah, a little bit remove like on another corner, and then just sear the sausage there. But anyway, I was saying like you can always come and get the sauce at Mangia. As a very flavor, it's the best sauce. We use our pepperino tomato sauce, which is one of the best. Can I suggest you something? Okay, when you have whatever meal you're preparing for 8 people, 7 people, 6 people, even 4 people, your family. Then let me say something. Like in my family, I have some of my niece and nephew, they don't eat ragu because the meat, but they love plain sauce. Right there, it's ready. So you want to get your ragu ready, but always make sure you do your niece, or your sister, or your mother-in-law, like everybody happy in the family. That's one thing for sure. We always try to make everybody happy. So that's very, plain sauce, tomato sauce. Just top it off with a nice basil, fresh basil, a little bit Parmesan cheese, and there we go. Cook the pasta and toss the pasta into different sauce, and you're done. Right there, you have a different condiment for your pasta, for your meat. And like I said,
Mariella, what about the wine?
Yeah. It's gonna take a little bit. We have to kind of seared everything. Yes. So next we do another corner, because as you see, like the condiment, they get smaller and smaller. Like we have a little bit more spaces, so we kind of like fit in another one. Yes.
Why do you cover the sausages? They're not going to be cooked.
Yeah, they will be cooked.
They will be cooked.
Yeah.
This is gonna stay 3 hours together.
Oh.
So then it's gonna be well
Yeah,
done.
first you want to sear everything.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we don't put all the ingredients and let it cook slow. We like to sear each ingredient slowly and then add a little everything. Anyway, one noodles that I love to suggest to have for this meal is the casarecce pasta. You can use any other type of noodle. Some people that love rigatoni, penne, or spaghetti, whatever you want to use. But I love the casarecce pasta. It's nice noodle and mold everything in with tomato. And you can use the casarecce for either ragu or plain tomato sauce pasta. There we go, that's the ground beef soup.
So you don't spice any of the meat?
Not yet. We will.
Except the one, except the chunks. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. But I wish you could smell it's not there yet, but the combination is coming along beautifully. So, how are we doing, Chef? Good? All right. For the one you want first. All right. Let me see salt a little bit. All right, at this point, I will just sea salt all your meat Just be nice, give a little bit more flavor there.
Mariella, what's the difference between salt and sea salt?
Salt, it's the fine salt, which we normal every house we have. And fine all this, like medicine-wise, everybody says, oh, salt is not good for you, it's good for you. I find that the fine salt, it's like sometimes we abuse it, we use it too much. Sea salt, it's more natural, and it's better for your health. And you only need a touch, like a pinch, I would say, not a touch, a pinch. And Sicily, honestly, it's like everything that's about like buying the best quality. And you use less, just a pinch. And I know the sea salt, it's like a thicker texture, but if it's better for you, it's worth it.
Yes, yes.
And you use much less salt than that.
Do you find it in the store? Sea salt? Do you find that in the stores? sea
Yes,
salt?
yes, they do sell thanks to everything of them, like anywhere you go, doesn't matter what grocery store you go, right? You find the best of everything.
So you use sea salt in your restaurant?
Yes, we always do use a sea salt, black pepper, and the best.
Paprika.
No, it's a flake red pepper.
Flake pepper.
And what kind of flake red pepper do you use? I've got a lot of recipes that call for that, but
Brian, it's fine. Just like flake red peppers, they always have like the best. So it's not like the opposite. Chef, would you like to put a pinch of this too? You don't have to
is that
use
hot?
it too
Is that
much.
hotter than regular pepper?
It's
Cut it
it's
okay.
hot, but we always said don't overabuse.
Right.
But red peppers is good for your blood circulation, number one, and it gives an amazing flavor to your sauce. All right, now I think we're ready for, of course,
The wine.
never throw away leftover red wine. Okay, I love to make my ragu. I use a Barolo red wine. Again, it gives amazing flavor to my sauce, but doesn't matter. You can have a Montepulciano, you can have some Pinot Noir, whatever you have leftover red wine. Never throw it away, because when you make ragu, we request a glass for that much for the quantity. I would say glass and a half red wine.
I thought that was for you, Mariella.
Oh, no, later we're gonna drink, because that's when appear the one.
The garlic back?
No? Yes, we can put the garlic back. See, now that's when
okay.
everything combines together.
Leaves.
You wanna, okay, yes. And I know, that's another secret.
What is that?
Bay leaf. It's a bay leaf. You wanna have, like, I would say two pieces bay leaves. It will give the sauce an amazing flavor too. That's another flavor that we add to our ragu sauce. So I would suggest to let evaporate the wine for at least 3 minutes, just enough to kind of like flavor all your meat together. And of course, then we will add our tomato sauce. Just give it like another minute or so. And can you see the combination? See how that like everything is combined together right now?
I noticed that you do not taste.
No, not yet.
How do
See,
you
that's
know?
That's the only thing.
She smells.
Right now, that's the only thing you gotta care. Later on, you taste.
Yeah, you smell it, yeah. That
So
way
my love, now, okay, ready for this? We adding like, don't mind my container, okay? It's my sauce for my Russian, so it's okay. So we're just gonna add the sauce.
How much?
Like we said earlier, we said about 4 jars of my sauce. It will
Four quarts,
and it will equal to like a gallon.
Yeah.
1 gallon. Yeah, pretty much 1 gallon. I mean,
Does this-
see what I mean? It's like you can always make pasta with tomato sauce, just tomato sauce. It's amazing. And okay, so I know it seems like a lot, but you watch it. about 3 hours. This is gonna reduce so much and more. Yeah, that's about beautiful.
Does that freeze well?
Yes. Yeah. Whatever leftover you have, you can freeze, or you can just put in a container. It will last like 7 days, and then you have to toss it away. But like I said, whatever you have leftover, you can always refrigerate or freeze it for up to 3 months. That's not problem. Can I say something at a tip, please? See the bay leaf? Beautiful. It's like it will give a beautiful flavor. Don't forget, after you're done with your sauce, go look for the 2 bay leaves that you left in there and toss them out, because some people can choke in there. It's like it's not fun to find in your pasta. Okay. And that's it. So that's pretty much from high, like the temperature being high, you want to go down to like simmer pretty much, low, and then simmer and let it cook for like 3 hours together. All right. Then of course after 3 hours you want to get ready to cook the pasta. So you want to have your pasta pot, like water on the pot, of course, and cook the pasta. Cook your pasta, which make sure you read the label, like how long takes to cook your noodles. Every brand has a different time, and some pasta can cook in 3 minutes, 4 minutes. This one unfortunately takes like about 7 to 10 minutes to cook as a texture flour. Yes. And so we'll be right back, because I do have a surprise for you. Watch. Okay, now we're back. I wanted to surprise, because of course we don't have 3 hours to wait. That's gonna be on your own. You can always pre-cook your sauce the day before or 2 days before, and put it in a pot like that. It's like it will stay amazing. You can warm it up. See, that's the final result of your ragu sauce. I wish you can smell, but it smells amazing. See how the meat is. So what you want to do? You want to cook your pasta, drain your noodles, add like a couple put more like a cup of sauce in there, let it flavor, and then you saute in a saute pan with your ragu sauce, and that's when the magic goes up.
So Mariella, I see that you used a heavy Dutch oven pot to cook the ragu. So it needs a heavier pot.
Yes. You can use the heavy crock pot and let it simmer, like let it cook nice and slow, and it's amazing what those pots can do it for you. It's like, we'll hold the amazing there. And now we have the final.
Looks like a great meal for a cold night, Mariella, in January.
Yes, definitely. It's our favorite meal for any festivity or any Sunday. We call our Sunday meal, like always have it ragu on Sunday too.
Okay.
Or many people that have like for holidays, Easter Day, Christmas Day. You can just have it for any occasion. It's like, and believe me, we'll surprise everybody. It's like a good sauce and combination.
And you can make it ahead of time too.
Yes,
before
yes,
your company
that's what I
even
said.
comes, right?
I know
That's
it takes a long time, but you can always pre-cook the day before. And this is the final, Dr. Mortel.
No, I'm going to take my own.
Oh my goodness, I love that. See, that happens in Italian family, and you have fun, and you let
I think
your friends and family have fun.
Thank you, Mariella.
But this is like the final dish,
Looks
and
delicious.
it's amazing. I have to say. See, take one more plate, please. With the ragu, you can always have nice wine, and your wine that you like could be, like I said, Montepulciano, Pinot Noir, or Merlot. It will go beautiful with that.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's so great.
Thank you.
Oh.
Love it. You gotta love it.
So Mariella showed us how to make a delicious ragu to enjoy with our family and friends. And we are so grateful for that. The children at our schools and their families in Haiti are not that lucky. Between extreme poverty, political unrest, and rising food prices, they struggle to survive and to find something to eat. If you feel compelled to help today, I know a lot of you have already been donating on our website. So again, thank you so much for that. But if you do feel compelled to help, your donation provides not only food for their bellies, but also nourishment for their minds and their spirits as we educate them and feed them as well in our schools. You can donate by texting the words Feed Haiti to 44321, or you can find the link to donate in the chat box as well right now. Or shortly, the chat box will have the link. As you'll see when you text Feed Haiti to 44321, a little bit goes a really long way. So even $5 can feed a child for a month. So it really makes a huge impact. Thank you for changing the lives of these kids in Haiti. And now let's get back to some cooking with the entree course with Mariella.
Okay, so now we're moving to the main course. Today what are we doing? It's like the veal saltimbocca and seared salmon. Because again, it's like when you have family and friends over, you always want to please both sides. If they don't need veal, you can always have a second option, salmon, which you find anywhere, like any store. Veal, ask for veal scallopini. You're gonna need a prosciutto. You will need like marsala, just a dash marsala, vegetable stock, chicken stock, whatever you have available to use in the house, and flour, sage, and fresh salmon. That's it. Again, it's all about the quality. Buying the best of the best ingredients at the store, and you will have an amazing result. And one thing that I love to have as a side veggie with those two options, it's dandelion. It's amazing. It's not too bitter, it's not too sweet, it's refreshing, and it will do well with either meal. That's fine. Okay, Chef Sean will show us how to complete this third course. Go ahead.
Yeah, just when you get the scallopini or the cutlet, you want to pound it to make it tender, just like this.
To tenderize, yes. In the meantime, I got the salteppan going on.
And the prosciutto you can buy actually sliced thin.
Yes.
Cover as much as possible. Sage is very powerful, so you only need one piece.
Definitely. So you can just, get your veal scallopini ready to go. 2 pieces of salmon for the next salteppan, all right? Your vegetable stock or chicken stock, whatever you have, parsley, of course, flour, you can use 00 flour, or if you like gluten-free flour, you can use whatever you can. And of course, our dandelion, it's amazing.
Mariella, where do you buy dandelion?
Any store.
Really? I've never
That's
seen
why.
it.
Yeah, I try to be very
Is it seasonal?
No. You find this time from I would say from July to November. Then that's it. But that's why I like it. As you see, it's nice, and the green is so beautiful color and dark. It's amazing. So that's what Chef Sean is doing. It's like it's searing. It's gonna coat it with flour. The veal.
So you don't need egg or anything, Sean?
Nope, this just coats it. Anytime you do chicken or veal or beef and you're searing it and it's really thin, cover it with flour, just dredge it in flour. It'll help it protect and not stick to the pan.
Oh, I see.
Chef, did you the garlic?
Garlic? No.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. Where is it?
When you go to the butcher, you just ask for veal scallopini?
Veal scallopini. Normally, you will find it like at any grocery store. If you don't, go to the butcher section and be like, "Can I have veal scallopini?" which is very thin cut. And then if the piece is too big, then you want to cut it in a smaller piece. But this is more like a family style, which is amazing. All right, let me sear it. Okay, so this is another trick. It's like that, let the oil warm it up and just add your greens in there. It will sizzle a little bit, but it's okay.
I love to hear
But
the
like
sizzle.
that, yeah, the sizzling is amazing, right? Don't want to waste anything, okay? You can just let it cook slowly there. Okay, and Sean is getting ready. The reason you see two different saute pan, it's one for the saltimbocca, and this one is for the salmon. Basic, like very simple. Sea salt, see what I meant? When sea salt, you can sea salt light, not too much. Black pepper on one side. When the saute pan is ready, you will.
When it starts to smoke, it's
What
ready.
is this? Not too much. But just make sure you watch the saute pan. You don't want to overdo it like that oil too hot. See the way it looks like it looks so much too much like a lot, but you see it, it's gonna reduce.
Almost like spinach.
Yes, just like spinach. A good trick, cover it up, and it will cook faster, and it will get all the flavor in there like it needs and like you see it. So Sean is searing the veal. Again, a little bit sea salt and black pepper. We always try to not to over
How many
salt
twists
and
is that?
pepper.
4 or 5?
4 or 5 twists of pepper.
And then you only want to do one side because on the other side, of course, we have the prosciutto, and that will flavor up more.
Is there any particular kind of salmon that you like?
Atlantic
That you like Atlantic?
either the Scottish, Norwegian, good. If you get the Chilean, tends to be more flimsy. It is definitely a cheaper salmon, but it doesn't have the same quality as the Sockeye is good. That's a different type of salmon. It's smaller.
You have a good salmon on your menu at Mangia.
Yes.
Is it like risotto? You serve it with risotto?
Lentil?
Lentil, it's delicious.
Yeah, the one in Mangia is lentil,
Right.
seared salmon, and tapropo. We do the same thing like right now we're doing it with dandelion at the restaurant with like spinach and tapropo with that. That's what I say. You always it's a good combination, gluten free. If you want to call that a good dish for gluten free, that's all that one is. And then you can, I don't know if you don't smell it, but again, it's like I can smell it from here at this stage, the aroma from the prosciutto, it's amazing. You wanna splash with masala wine.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. A little bit stock.
That's not for drinking.
I know it is.
Is this
So as you
chicken
see-
broth?
This is a vegetable stock.
Oh,
We use
vegetable stock,
chicken,
okay.
chicken or vegetable.
Is one better than the other?
Different flavors. It's different, but whatever you want.
Okay, so now at this point, I like to sea salt and pepper a little bit to the dandelion, not too much.
Yeah, you're right. Let me take this.
You want sea salt?
Not this year's.
Oh, pretty. Nice and golden.
So, any questions about the veal or the salmon? Is that,
It's good, yeah.
I hope that we can, be providing like something exciting for, to share, and then especially this time of the year, it's like after the holidays, so we always want to enjoy every moment. It doesn't matter if it's a Sunday or like an event for celebration and birthdays and everything. I feel like it's always good, to have the table, everybody sitting around the table and have something to eat with everybody. Appreciate it.
Now the veal is so thin, and you put the prosciutto on top of it. Why do we have to have that much liquid with it?
It's a
The
great-
masala and the stock. Why do we have to have so much liquid?
When you add this wine and then the stock, reduce and create the sauce. But it will also help tenderize or make it easier to eat. It's like braising out.
I got it.
So anyway, you don't want to overcook your vegetables, like either it's like spinach or dandelion or black lapel. You want to just like make sure they become a little mushy, and then just shut the burner off and keep the lid on. It will actually like a magic cook on its own, and it will be not overcooked that way. You want to have it a little crunchy even on the vegetables. They will hold it together.
You ever turn the salmon on the side?
But normally we don't get that nice thick salmon. We get a little bit less.
I am learning quite a bit.
A lot. You learn.
Maybe he'll cook dinner one time.
Huh?
See, you should surprise
Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Yes. We'll make sure that everybody has these recipes
Yes.
and they can try it.
And I hope you can enjoy it so far, like something different. And we still have 2 different desserts coming up, so a quick one.
Almost ready. And you'll find out when you get, when the sauce is ready, you'll reduce. And it'll actually start to coat the back of the spoon.
Not yet.
It's not ready yet. It just drips off. It doesn't coat.
I didn't know that. That's a good tip.
Cool.
Is that true with all sauces?
Most sauces.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but look amazing color, the combination of the golden.
Looks awesome.
Beautiful. Happy with those too? So far?
Wonderful. So actually, for the salmon is just salt and pepper.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you can add, some people that prefer to marinate it with different spice or bar sauce, whatever. But we prefer just to sear it like that. You don't want to, that salmon has such amazing texture and flavor. You don't want to just pull too much of it in there. So that's how we prefer to have that.
And most of everything you cooked today seems to be fairly healthy.
It is healthy. It's very healthy.
Yes.
As like I said, filling, but it's a nice combination of winter recipe. Let's put it that way. More, it's like a winter, which we need a little extra pasta and ragu and from the appetizer tonight. It's like filling, but not too much. It's not too heavy either.
I don't know, it's so good, I can't eat just a little.
That's true too. That is true. No, believe me, it's
Why don't you taste the sauce?
Well,
To
we'll
see what
well, usually it's like that's again. It's about
I mean,
experience of many years with
He
the
knows
school
by
and
just
everything.
looking.
Yeah, usually it's like you can really give exactly a recipe because it's like about you visualize and texture about like, okay, it smells good, okay, we're moving on, but you always welcome like to taste.
So, Sean,
That's
You-
coming together.
so,
Yes, I
Sean,
see that now, yeah.
you taught us something, and I'm going to test it.
With the ladle.
Yeah, beautiful. Be careful. Stacy, a little bit more.
There you go.
Okay,
It's coming together. See, Dr. Martel even learned something.
It's right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Taste is giving it to taste.
For me to taste?
Yep.
Be careful, it's going to be hot.
very hot.
Oh, I'm Haitian. I can handle it.
Amazing, huh?
Ah,
Ready?
fantastic. And that is,
Yep. Ready.
Just give me a second.
there it is.
He's right. I never knew that, Sean. And I cook a lot. Not like you.
It's called nappe.
Wow.
It's ready. Salmon good.
I think you have to add anything.
Get
to
that,
taste
the
it
other lights
good.
ready?
That is
Awesome. Very nice. And of course, we're just going to drizzle a little bit on top. Virgin olive oil. A little bit parsley.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Oh, that's pretty too.
That's
Wow.
it. Awesome. And hope you enjoy it. And this is our main course, the two options that I feel like I want to share with you. And hey, buon appetito.
grazie.
Wow, that sure looks good. I'm starting to get hungry. Thank you, Mariella, for all the wonderful tips that you've shared with us so far. For the past 20 years, our foundation has been dedicated to improving the lives of Haitian children through education. One of our most successful ways that we have been able to cultivate Haiti is through our student sponsorship program. Earlier this afternoon, Mariella shared with us a picture of a little girl that she has been sponsoring for the past 2 years. She also spoke about the satisfaction she gets from helping out in this way. And so we wanted to offer you the same opportunity. You can become a student sponsor for only $350 a year, and your sponsorship will provide 8 things: a student's tuition, meals, school supplies, medical care, vision and dental care, character formation, an opportunity to give back, and a chance to change Haiti's future. Take a look at a few of our preschool students who are in need of sponsors this year. How cute are they? When you become a sponsor, you will receive your student's picture, their report card, and several greeting cards from your students during the school year. For less than $1 a day, you can change their lives. Consider becoming a sponsor today. Text Feed Haiti to 44321. Thank you so much to everyone who have donated so far this afternoon. Now I'm going to turn things back over to Mariella. Are you ready to see what's for dessert?
Okay, now we're having dessert. We'll typical Italian after the holidays. We have leftover panettone, which is like a typical like the cake, pancake with the candy, or you can use even pandoro, and it's another Italian cake that we have for Christmas. Or I see lately actually, Cecile, in any stores, they're called brioche, which is just a pancake, but it's amazing. I love the texture, it's very nice. They have a pre-cut slice that you can use it to do this, okay? We're gonna make a French toast today with your leftover panettone, if you have a panettone, or you, like I say, you can use a brioche. And we did it alchemy, Sean.
Heavy cream, eggs, whole eggs, cinnamon, vanilla extract.
So I would do like 1 egg, pretty much, like a cup milk or heavy cream or whatever you have at the house, a pinch of cinnamon, and just pinch salt, and just beat everything together, let it room temperature, and then what you pre-cut your panettone, nice and hot sauté pan, and we're gonna sear this, dip the panettone in butter, and then sear in a sauté pan. And of course, the best thing, we're gonna top it off the French toast with a nice vanilla scoop, ice cream. I know we ate too much for the holidays, but it's okay.
Does it have to be vanilla, or
No.
in other kind of ice cream?
No, any whatever flavor ice cream that you like. You can
Okay.
even just drizzle syrup on top, like like you can have it for breakfast. You can have it for an after dinner meal. I always love it. I think it's nice, not too heavy, but it will clean your palate from all the amazing main course that you have. And if you don't like that, you feel like it's okay, we're gonna do affogato that you can always find in my Mangia.
There you go.
I'm using it's like my dish here. It's not an espresso cup. You can use espresso cup. You can use any cup, your favorite cup, whatever. And what you want to do? My favorite ice cream is hazelnut, but you can have vanilla. You can do chocolate. You can do pretty much what's the other one?
Coffee, mocha,
caramel.
salted caramel.
Salt caramel. It's amazing too to do this recipe. So you can always come to Mangia and buy a hazelnut because we only have the best, okay? So what you want to do, you want to scoop like a couple ice cream scoops of hazelnut. Not too much, that's plenty. Then you can create your own whipped cream, which is fun and it's nice, but of course I'm not too much time. And so you can go any local store and buy the whipped cream. Hold on. See, I like to cheat too sometimes. And that's okay, nothing's wrong with this, it's okay. As much like we love to cook and be at the restaurant, but sometimes not much either. And it's amazing too, I like this.
There is something I missed. What was that sauce?
What's
There.
it?
It's
Oh,
the
no,
batter.
it's the butter. The butter that you dip.
No,
It's like
this-
yeah, it's not a sauce. It's like you do a French toast. That's what you do for French toast. It's milk, or you can use whipped cream or whatever. A cup that, 1 egg, cinnamon, pinch salt, and you just mix everything together. Let it stay at room temperature, and then you just dip in there.
Oh,
And you
okay.
just seared with a nice butter. Okay. So anyway, excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna make my espresso for my
Did you get the composition of that?
Yeah, we have it on our recipe.
Oh, we have it. Oh, good.
This is a standard French toast batter.
French
Yeah,
toast.
it's very
Oh,
standard.
see. Yeah.
People
I have-
like to put like Kahlua in there.
Oh, is that
whatever,
right?
make,
Yeah.
it, make it taste a little better, or Godiva, whatever. No, this is a simple one.
I'll have to give you a bottle of our Haitian Vanilla.
Oh yeah, no, we're.
It's got a very different taste. I
Yeah,
think
oh,
it'd be
yeah.
very good in something like that.
I had was it Jamaican vanilla?
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Jamaican vanilla?
Yeah.
What's that? That's not vanilla. Haitian vanilla.
I'll bring you some.
Yeah.
It's
that's-
very
Oh,
different. Yeah.
oh, that one.
I wish we could sell it in the States.
Yeah.
Are you ready there?
We're ready.
Okay, I'm almost there. Okay,
I suppose you could make this for breakfast without the ice cream.
Yes,
just, you know,
yes,
little-
yes. No, that, like I say, you
Jam
can use
or
it just
some
jam or
sugar.
syrup or anything like. You have a, you know, like friends coming over for you want to do a brunch. That's
Yes.
amazing for brunch too. So affogato, it's like with espresso. Okay, if you don't like caffeine, you can always do like a decaf espresso too. So it's an ice cream.
Oh, wow.
Just drizzle a little bit espresso on top. You don't want to overdo it, just like a little bit. And then top it off with a little bit cream. Like I said, if you make your own whipped cream, it's even better. And Shan is gonna finish up this with that. Let me
Oh, no.
Amazing, right?
Awesome.
Do you need cinnamon or anything for top?
Powdered sugar if you get.
Ooh, powdered sugar. All right.
Right here. All right. So this, oh, you got that? Or you can use vanilla, like we said. It's either one, it's fine. Go ahead, Sean, finish it up. Oh, did you do it?
Yep. did it.
Now it's all done.
So we complete our meal, my love, with an affogato, French toast. Like I say, you can do like a brunch after the holidays, or just have a, you know, and appreciate it like a beautiful meal with your family and your kids. Thank
I
you.
must confess that I've been to Mangia many times, but never I have tasted a meal to the way in which it was prepared today. That was specially done for the family of High Hopes for Haiti, and I cannot thank enough Mariella and the staff, Sean and others, to take the time and prepare this wonderful meal for us. So thank you very much, Mariella.
So if you weren't hungry before, I'm sure you are now. Don't go away just yet. Coming on screen right now is Dr. Rod Mortel, the founder and president of the Mortel High Hopes for Haiti Foundation. He was born and raised in Haiti, and he's just going to speak to you a little bit more about what we do. And stick around. Off to you, Dr. Mortel.
Thank you, Rachel. And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being part of the first cooking class. We would like to have your feedback, though. Are you satisfied with what we have done? Is there anything we can do to improve the class that we will hold in the future? Are you interested in having recipes or classes in other exotic cuisine like French and others? Please give us our feedback. That will really help us tremendously. The purpose of this program today was twofold. The first one is the fact that we wanted to take you backstage and directly to the kitchen at Mariella's home. And this is when I saw the precision and the warmth and the love in preparing this meal that I become convinced that Mangia is one of the best Italian restaurants in the area. I hope you will have the opportunity to try some of these recipes, at least some of them. And when you do, please invite me. I don't know how to cook, but I know how to eat. So give me a call if you try one of these recipes, and I'll be there. The second purpose of this program was to give you an idea of what High Hopes for Haiti has been doing over the years to feed and educate the poorest of the poor children in Haiti. Rachel has given you a glimpse of the living conditions of these children and their families. 75% of a population of 10 million, 75% of these children cannot go to school. This population, these children have been and continue to be our target. I was one of them. And I become convinced that education is the only sure tool that take people out of the cycle of poverty. Of these children that we have handpicked to come to our school, today some of them are in various branches of universities. Others are already doctors, lawyers, computer science, administrators, agricultors, and what have you. So, if you feel compelled, we'd like to have your help so we can further this mission. Because we could not do what we did and what we continue to do without your encouragement and financial assistance. But today, as we celebrate our success, we remember the 1,200 students who are still in our educational system, and the thousands and thousands of others who are waiting for a helping hand. Today, I wanted to inform you that 2021 is a year where we will be celebrating a number of anniversaries in our school. In our preschool, we have 180 children of 3 and 5 years old. And this school will celebrate 5-year anniversary. The next school, our high school, secondary school, have over 600 students and will be celebrating the 10-year anniversary of that school. And Good Samaritan, the flagship of our mission, has over 550 students this year from grade 1 to 6. So we'll be celebrating these anniversaries, and we hope you can join us in all the activities, or some of them, some of the activities that we plan on holding during the next year. The first one, the kickoff activity, will be on February 6th to open the Valentine week. And it will be an activity of chocolate, cheese, and wine pairing. I do hope that you save the date, February 6th, and join us to kick off the year of celebration of these anniversaries. Again, thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement, and please let us know how you feel about what we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mortel. And once again, thank you to everybody for joining today. If you're still here, most of you are, we're going to launch our poll in just a minute. So coming up on the screen right now, you'll get our quiz that will enter you into the McCormick Spice Rack raffle. So you can answer that poll. And if you get all the questions right, you get entered into winning this raffle for the McCormick Spice Rack, which I'm sure you will really enjoy. It's a really nice quality thing. While you guys are answering your questions, I also want to say another thank you to Mangia and especially Mariella. This was fantastic. I wish she could cook for me every day. And then another thank you also to the Archdiocese of Baltimore, who's helped sponsor this event. And then up on the screen, once the poll is, we'll give you another minute or so on the poll, maybe another 30 seconds as it goes. And up on the screen, you'll see a little more information about the wine pairing Dr. Mortel was just mentioning. It's going to be a really nice event in your homes, because that's the world we're in right now. So you can register now at High Hopes for Haiti /virtual wine. Then we're gonna tickets are $50 for that, sorry, and you will be able to pick up a box that includes all the paired wines with the cheeses and chocolate as well. So we'll limit it for the box distribution to the Pennsylvania and Maryland area in case we have some people from farther away who are joining us today. So a couple more seconds and I'm going to turn off the survey or the quiz for the raffle. So I'll give you a couple more seconds and then we'll shut that down. And then we will thank you for doing the quiz and the raffle, and thank you again for joining us. The virtual wine pairing, we hope we see a lot of you again. That one we'll do a little differently. We will be able to see everyone tasting together instead of this webinar fashion where you only see the speaker, which I understand you didn't see us earlier, but hopefully you still heard us and could follow along with us and Mariella. So thank you again for joining us, and buon appetito. I hope you enjoy the meal. And thank you again for supporting the High Hopes for Haiti Foundation.